good evening, and welcome to this special Island Stat Sports Talk. I'm your host, Earl Baiston. I did have Ralph Scott with me a few minutes ago. Ralph, hi, Ralph. Let's see if he can rejoin us. But Ralph, can you hear me? If you can hear me, log out and come back in. Okay. While we wait for Ralph to join us back here on this Island Stats special, um, Ralph just finished playing in the NBA Academy games in Atlanta. He finished the tournament. He played 6 matches, started three of them, and came off the bench in three. Scored a total of 77 points in the tournaments. Welcome, Ralph. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. Technical problems. Don't worry about it. We all go through it.
Yes,
but take us through the tournament in Atlanta. You get this remarkable opportunity. First of all, what was that conversation like when you got that invitation?
The coach that invited me was at the Basketball Without Borders camp that I went to, and so he liked my game. He liked, me as a person, and then he saw that I didn't have as much recruitment with regards to college and whatnot. So he actually invited me to that camp, to expose myself a little bit more, show what I can do on a bigger stage, and it was very exciting getting that opportunity, especially being the first Bermudian to do so.
Yeah. Did you expect the level that you saw once you got there?
Oh, for sure. The guys there, they were very competitive, a lot bigger, a lot stronger. Some of them were a lot older too, but it was definitely a little bit of a shock at the start to see those high level guys around me.
Yeah. What was some of the things you were drafted onto the purple team? What was some of the things the coach wanted you guys to kind of do early in games to make sure that you kind of gel, because you were all meeting each other for the first time, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. We actually had 2 practices before the game started to get to know each other a little bit, but he really wanted us to try to talk to each other on the court as much as possible and to just pass the ball, because he said he had a quote saying that the ball is a universal language. So if you're passing the ball to each other, you're getting to know each other in the best way. So yeah, that was what he was encouraging us to do.
That first game coming off the bench, obviously, here's an opportunity for you to kind of show or introduce yourself to scouts, colleges. All these coaches are around, all these other people are around. But here's your opportunity, calming your nerves down, because obviously there's excitement.
Yeah.
How challenging was that for you?
It definitely took me a game or two to get used to seeing all those coaches in the stands, all those playing against those guys that are high level, that are competitive. It took a little bit of getting used to, and I would say my coaches definitely helped me through it. They encouraged me, they told me to do the little things that would get me on the court, like talking on defense, rebounding hard, playing good defense. So it took a minute, but I think I got it in the end.
What would you consider your strength is in this sport?
I would consider my strength to be just like my versatility on the basketball court. I can do a little bit of everything. I can shoot well, I can dribble, I can pass. So I would say I can provide everything that the team needs in one player, like a complete package.
That the camp you went to prior to this NBA, what were some of the things they were drilling to you that you had to work on?
The coaches there were telling me they liked my game and whatnot, but they said to go to the next level, I need to work on getting to the rim a little bit better and attacking the rim off the bounce with ease, and then just consistently being able to shoot at a high level, because I feel like I'm a good shooter, but just being able to do it all the time makes it a lot easier for myself and for the team.
Yeah. And the fact that you played against guys that are a little older, a little bigger, a little faster in this NBA academy, what what do you think you need to do to turn it up just a notch? Because now you've seen where their ages are and what they're able to do and where you need to get to. So what are some of the things you need to work on yourself to raise your level to equal some of what you saw or what you played against?
I would say the biggest thing for me is probably my size. Like when people see me, they're surprised to see such a skinnier, taller guy. So I would definitely
Yeah.
say trying to bulk up a little bit this off season, and then I would just say my ball handling and whatnot. I feel like I can be a little bit better at that because those guys there were able to handle the ball really well in pressure and with hard defense all the time.
When you look at your ability to, I mean, over 6 games, you blocked what, 12 shots, 13 shots. Your ability to be able to deny your opponents. I watched quite a few of the games, and I could see the fact that your defensive skills are kind of right on par. You use your wingspan a lot to deny or to rotate the ball in the opposite ways away from you, kind of thing. But when that's basketball IQ, where did you pick that up from?
I would just say watching the game. I feel like I've watched a lot of basketball in my life, and then being surrounded like my grandpa, who was a coach for Bermuda, and then other coaches have just helped me read the game in more ways than one, and just allowed me to see it in different ways.
Yeah, yeah, and you're right, because I said, watching, you're seeing, oh, here's the smallest guy. When I say smallest guy, you were quite tall, but you're one of the smallest guys out there. But you were able to get in and amongst some of these bigger guys and so forth. Was it any time that you felt intimidated or you felt you couldn't get to the hoop?
I would never say intimidated. I feel like there was times where either I put myself in a bad situation to get to the basket, or someone just played really good defense on me. But I was never like intimidated by someone being in front of me. I was just trying to make the best play.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was game five or game five, game six, the last game. You struggled a bit early in the game, um, and you came out for a little bit and then went back in with a different mindset. What was some of the things you went through? Because as a player, you go through the game in your mind to figure out, how do I change my fortunes right now? So what were some of the things you thought about, reflected on the bench before going back into the game?
Well, I was in that last game, I was seeing that they were playing me especially hard. I had a good game before, so I was
Right.
assuming that they scouted and whatnot, and they were defending me hard. They were helping hard when I had the ball. So I
Mhm.
was just trying to play through my teammates because I had very talented teammates. So I was trying to force stuff in the first half, and I felt like when I let the game come to me, I was more patient and whatnot. It just
Mhm.
allowed me to flow into the game more and impact it in
Yeah.
scoring and whatnot.
Yeah, a couple of times in that first half, you were underneath the rim, kind of thing. Underneath the backboard, trying a bit too hard sometimes to score. And I think the second half, like you said, you allowed the game to come to you, kind of thing. When you get in that frame, that okay, I can hit from here. I can do this. I can do that. What takes over? Do you take over mind, body, or soul? What takes over?
Um, I would say I feel like my body just kind of moves on its own when I get in that sort of state. Just feel like it's the game comes easier when I'm relaxed, when I'm just thinking about everything, but also my body's moving like a step ahead, sort of thing.
Yeah. What excites you the most about basketball?
What excites me the most? That's a great question. I would say how competitive it is. I like to compete, and so
Hmm.
when I'm playing with people and I'm seeing other people work as hard as they can, I would say just being able to compete with them and work as hard as I can to show that I'm as good as I think I am is what really excites me when I think about basketball.
The opportunities that you're getting right now, did you envision this? maybe a year ago that you would be, um, an MVP of a camp, going to the NBA academy, and now you're off to another camp, another adventure. Did you envision this a year ago?
No, sir, I didn't. I was I wasn't sure how my basketball career was going to pan out to this point. I mean, I always had confidence in myself, but I wasn't sure. Didn't know that it was going to happen like this at such a stage in my life and development.
Yeah, yeah. But staying humble is one of the things that obviously, you would hear that a lot from people that the game the game could be cruel at times. It could reward you, but it could also, um, physically, mentally, really rack you at times when you think you're above everyone else. It could bring you back down to earth. What is some of the advice you're getting, especially from your parents who have been behind you the whole way, kind of thing? What is some of the advice you're getting from them to make sure that you stay grounded, make sure your both feet stay on the ground?
I was saying, well, my whole family, but specifically my mom, always says to keep God first, and so none of this would have been possible without God.
Mhm.
So I always keep that mindset that it's God first. He's given me this opportunity and given me these skills to work through Him to show Bermuda, to show Him, and just all of that through my life.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good advice, and I want to wish you all the best. You're on your way to another event. It looks like you have a busy summer where everyone else has got their feet up. If their friends probably overboard doing all doing all the summer vacation stuff, but if you have a dream that you want to become more than just the college player, you have to do these type of things, make sacrifices. As everyone says, you missed the quote unquote things you would normally do as a young person in order
Yeah.
to become the person you want to be. And this is, I guess, another life lesson, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, again, all the best. We'll keep reaching out to see how things are progressing for you. And, we want to wish you all the best. You got one more year at IMG. Um, are you surprised the amount of invitations you're getting to go to colleges? There's still a year to go in high school.
I'm not surprised. This was obviously the goal when I was younger. This has been the goal since I decided to pick up a basketball. But I am very grateful for it and very excited for my next chapter in my basketball career.
All right, we'll be watching. We'll keep track
Thank you.
of
Thank
that. Okay. All right.
you. Okay.
Well, go and enjoy the rest of your evening, and we look forward to this next adventure in LA. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy. We'll be speaking with you. Thanks for
Thank
joining. Okay.
you, Basin.
All righty.